Brick Therapy 2-3 time. If you see the Brick Therapy 2-3 logo build guy somewhere over here in the corner, click like, subscribe, join our channel. We live stream often. I'd like to say every day, but probably not possible. And here we are. Let me get some water here. All right, so building this set, the Winter Village Fire Station vintage set, vintage Winter Village, winter, oh my gosh, speaking German. Vintage Winter Fire Station. Let me get the right terminology. So this is the knockoff brand, but it's a Lego themed set, the creator set that came with, or that came out in 2018, the Winter Village Fire Station. 10263 is the set number. I've said it a couple times. I don't know. I can't think of it now. And it's probably, I think, one of the best winter sets they had. I don't know. I've seen a bunch since then. They've had the elf house. They had a house that was like a blue color. They had the post office one last year. Is it Santa's post office? But yeah, this fire station just got such a good classic look to it. It goes great with the modular sets. You know, the fire truck itself, just very wintry, very vintagey. And the park bench that will go with the little mini ice skating ring. And so slowly building up the fire station here. And then the cool minifigs with the added detail of the green, trim or epaulet to the uniform and a saxophone. So you've got the brass music to play with the theme of, Christmas as Christmas arrives. And then as a backdrop here, I will sort of fit the modular that I finished most recently, the assembly square. So it's just fun to build all these sets and just check in with all you guys and talk about Lego. And if you like Lego, you like talking about Lego, you have a favorite Lego set, maybe you've just acquired something new or you're looking forward to something on your Christmas wish list, please join the chat. Love to hear from you. Tavia is here. Psh, welcome, Tavia. First one. Good to see you here. Welcome. So this is as far as I got. Very modest amount of progress to the fire station. It almost looks like ancient ruins, the way it's got half the arch and part of the structure built up here. So let me add to that. And this is a set that we've had for, gosh, so it came out in 2018. We got the set 2019. So 6 years. So, and it's a set that we've built and rebuilt a few times. All our Christmas sets, I don't know if you guys have any Christmas sets, but all our Christmas sets we leave up. They're seasonal basically, and then take them down. And here's some fun parts to it. So you got well, he doesn't stand up very well. I don't know how else you'd stand him up, but you got the ice skates right on the minifig, the hockey player, or just for fun, and he goes here on the ice rink. So he kind of doesn't stand very well, but this is the idea that he will balance on there. So a fun build. So if you like Lego winter sets such as this one here, the vintage fire station, that's what I'm building. So join our channel, leave a like, say hello, and talk Lego. Let's keep it family friendly. FX Wellington or Fox Wellington, maybe just FX Wellington. Welcome. Thank you for joining the chat and joining our live stream and talking about Lego. And these sets, these Winter Village sets or these winter Christmas themed sets are great. Every year they come out with, I guess, I don't want to say a modular build, but a pretty good size build. Usually they averaged around $100. And then this year it changed. This year Lego has a train station one, or not a train station one, a train set one with tracks. I think it comes with track that's enough diameter to go around a tree, a Christmas tree. So that is kind of fun. And then, of course, the more popular builds, we can get the camera behind me this way. The more popular builds probably this year might be this one, the upscale Santa. I think this will be a fun build. I'm trying to get into this soon enough. This is set number 40820. So this one is, the Winter Village Fire Station is retired, but this set is live and here, and you can build up this set if you get it currently in 2025. I think this is a 2025 set, the upscale Santa, which is super fun. I've never built up one of these upscale minifigures, like a giant minifigure basically. And then probably one of the most popular October release sets here, the Gingerbread AT-AT. I saw a picture of this initially, and I think a lot of people did as well, Star Wars already being a popular theme. But you know, this was cool. No doubt the AT-AT was cool. But you know, minifigures, sometimes they just sell you on a particular set. And for sure, the Gingerbread Darth Vader is just too cool. I couldn't pass up this set. Ordered it, release day October 1st, and this thing was so popular, I think it sold out within a day. And you know, I just realized I thought this set being kind of a fun, you know, poking fun at Star Wars set, that Darth Vader comes with a giant candy cane instead of a lightsaber. But if you have this set, you might know more than me. This set also looks like he does come with a red lightsaber. And how cool is that? So I think this is a set, if you order it, and you're not in a rush, you obviously now if you order it, you get it after Christmas. But this might be a good set to add to a collection, or if you to collect Lego or save Lego sort of as an investment, maybe to resell later. I'm pretty sure this set is a good one to keep on and hold on to. And if you outgrow Lego, you don't want to be an adult collector, such as myself or some friends we know on our channel, then you definitely have a good investment here. So FX Wellington, welcome. What's up, studs? Mr. Pick Your Brick, what's up? Good to see you back. Psh, very cool. And we've got Cosmic Bricks. How are you doing? Psh, we're doing well, Cosmic Bricks. Thanks for checking in. Good to see all you guys. Leave a like as you join the chat. If you like Lego, like talking about Lego, this is a great channel to be a part of. I kind of run with a theme or stream of consciousness on our channel, on our live streams, and you know, just go through a lot of different topics of Lego. It's not always based on the specific time of the year, but there are a lot of fun sets to talk about. And as I do that, I try to build the set I am currently talking about. So far, we've built up the ice rink, the vintage truck, the fire truck, and the Christmas tree. And I do like the order of how that goes. So here's the Christmas tree, looking pretty cool. And you know, if you've ever got one of these Lego Christmas trees, I don't know when they started coming out with these bigger ones, but of course I really like these as well. So this was actually, I think it's probably maybe a 2/3 the size of the one that was on sale this year or for sale this year. But this was a gift for purchase one. The fun part is too, you can turn, or I guess you can turn it from the top, and you get the train going around the bottom like a old traditional Christmas tree setup, like you would if you like collecting Lego. So welcome to those of you who are here or just watching in the background, or just here for curiosity's sake. You're like, oh, I like Lego. Let's see what kind of Lego sets are talked about. Well, we've got lots to talk about in terms of Lego. If you like collecting Lego, if you're kind of looking for sets, or maybe you already have sets in your collection and you want to talk about those. Some people ask, what are our favorite Lego sets in our collection? And I always mention the top one of all time for me is the Ninjago City modular. I really like these modular builds, like this one right here. You got the assembly square. I really like these modular builds because as you get back into Lego as a adult collector, or an AFOL, AFOL, you find that all those experiences you had as a kid kind of following instructions and building up Lego is so much fun that the challenge to build a giant set like that is so intriguing because, you know, as a kid, I don't think I ever built up any of these giant sets like the ones in the background here. So it's just fun to do so now and add to our collection and see all the, what would you say, all the new added challenges that go with building up giant Lego sets as a grown-up. How much more involved, sophisticated, detailed these Lego sets can get, and you just, you know, obviously you just appreciate it even more as you as I discovered getting back into Lego how much of a variety these large Lego sets are. There's, I think, Ninjago City, when that came out in 2018 or maybe 2017. Anyway, when I saw that set, I was very impressed. And I mean, talk about wanting to get back into the fray, I guess you could say. Get back into the Lego collecting. For sure, that was just going to be a goal. And so my son, my younger son, who was into Lego, let's see if I have it. He was into, oh, I had it in the background at one point. I guess it's not there. The Nexo Knight series, and then as he got older, I guess Nexo Knights, and then Bionicle, and then now, of course, Star Wars. So all the Star Wars collection are his here in the background. He built up with me when we were starting these live streams, the Star Destroyer, and then over the summer we started building up these Lord of the Rings sets. In between, we've built up these smaller Star Wars ships. So Star Wars obviously is a fun part of Lego collecting. And as you probably know, anything about Lego, you've seen how extensive the Star Wars collections can get and how expensive they are as well, right? So there's some pretty impressive Star Wars sets out now, including the new UCS Death Star. Those are a series of themed type sets that I would be so interested in building. So I guess that's kind of the next step. If you get back into Lego as a grown-up, you know, to see these larger scale sets come out, it's just really cool to see like how much you can do with these Lego collecting, or how much you can get into, how expensive, how much of an investment you can make. Hello, is it Reno? Reno, welcome. Reno Kilgore, welcome to the channel. So if you like Lego, please leave a like. And then if you like the topic, of course, leave a like for that. And if you are so inspired just to check out more of our channel, we have not just live streams, we've done a lot of videos. We did a series of videos over a year ago where we actually went to the Lego store in Spain. We talk about why we've made our channel. And of course, like most Lego channels, you know, shared some excursions to a few different Lego stores and just giving our thoughts or just showing you what the Lego stores look like. Especially for those of you that aren't able to or don't live near a Lego store, just to see what those are like. They're fun to go to, and yeah, we have, I guess, just a nice, fortunate ability to be located near a couple and within driving distance. And of course, you can get Lego. You can take advantage of Lego online through the Lego.com website, and if you've kind of gotten seriously into Lego, you know that there's lots of ways to collect Lego now. There's lots of perks through the Lego.com website, or becoming what they call a Lego Insider. And so, yeah, you earn insider points as, which is free, by the way. You just join, you know, set up an email account, and you can join the Lego Insider program, which gives you points as you purchase Lego, and then you stack those points, and you can turn that in. Basically, it turns into a dollar value, which you can then buy some of the coolest sets that are around. So fun indeed. Lots of fun to just collect and add to all the other sets that you might have gathered over the years. So since 2018, we've been pretty focused on adding to our collection here. We have some other sets that are not in the background here. You know, if you are a Lego collector, you've probably heard the term backlog, and so you know your collection becomes such that you can't build some of the sets as fast as you collect them, as you buy them, acquire them, or whatever. And so this is great for us as we live stream to do that kind of thing where we pull out some favorite sets and share them with you guys online. And basically, it helps us share and build up our backlog. And it's fun to talk about Lego with you guys as you join the live streams and hear what you guys are thinking. So thanks for joining and leaving a like. Again, we're called Brick Therapy. My younger son will probably join me on the weekend. So, you know, if you also know much about Lego, there's these things called sig figs, you know, signature minifigures that you can kind of pattern after yourself and turn your sort of your identity into a Lego minifigure as well. So lots of variety, ideas, and fun to talk about when it comes to Lego collecting. And of course, it's quite a pricey thing to do, but also fun. And yeah, getting into these Lego theme sets, these winter theme sets, these Christmas theme sets is pretty fun. It's pretty cool to do so. Now, I have to figure out a couple things. So as I notice when I live stream, sometimes get to the point where like, I think I must have missed a level or something. So I gotta kind of backtrack. So sometimes I get a little distracted on the build, but I think eventually I kind of figure out where was it that I missed or skipped a step. So anyway, building up the Winter Village fire station is what I'm doing here. So Reno, hello again. Psh, Cosmic Bricks, if you guys are still here, thanks for joining and leaving a like. So next year, the new sets are already out there, at least for January. And I was talking about modulars. So here's the assembly square. And then the fun part about modulars, of course, is that they connect with each other. So, you know, you get one modular like this. And I'm just going to put this here because it's just fun. These kind of go well. And you get another modular, a newer one, the Jazz Club. So these are some of the more recent live streams I've done doing these type of sets. And it just, you can tell already, you're like, wow, this is too fun. Yeah, I would love to get into these modular builds, you know. You'll find that if you do get into Lego, there's no end to the sets you probably want. It's kind of insatiable in a way. So you have to be very strategic about your Lego collecting. Romy Bricks, psh, we got a mod here. Love it. Pierce, psh, welcome Pierce. Romy Bricks, how are you doing today? Hey Romy Bricks, doing well. Friday evening, and figured I have to get in a live stream to finish out the work week here. So good to see you, man. Glad you're here. And talking about this Winter Village fire station, I realized I'm not sure what I did. I'm building around this set here. I feel like I know I did. I missed some kind of layer of brick. So I'm trying to see, there's like a mid-sized plate that I must have skipped, because even though I've built this set up a few times, you realize, oh, there it is. There's a part that I didn't get right. And I think I realized what it is. It's one of those, yes, one of those other, oh, what would these be called? These kind of 1x2 plates, but they also have that little bit of an extra, extension to it, you know, so this basically looks like a window seal. So anyway, use these sets. Where do I see a lot of these in? I think probably Star Wars. pretty much any type of set that, you know, has, I don't know if you can tell there. So it goes there in the bottom of the window. Give it some extra architectural flair. Make this winter village set even more special as you see all these elements come together. So Pierce says hello, doing well, Romy Bricks. Hope you're doing well. Also, hope you're having a good time, Romy Bricks. Thank you. Oh, saying that to Pierce. Very cool. Hey, Soundy Farm says, what are we building tonight? We're sort of building a couple different things, showing off what we've built already, and then building up this set here. Set number 102. It's a retired set. 10263, the Winter Village Fire Station. So when it's all said and done, it'll look like this. Very fun build. One that I've built up a lot each Christmas. And I don't know, you can kind of see here on the table. Got kind of the pieces coming together here. Got the little ice skating ring, the fire truck, the vintage fire truck, the minifigs kind of waiting for a home. They're all kind of just laying there. A Christmas tree. And now the fire station's getting built up, the corner part of the building. And you know what? If you were putting this together, it's a great build. Something you could probably do within a couple hours. It doesn't take long. It's just that if you've ever taken apart a set that you've built already, then you kind of have to relocate everything. So I sort of parted out everything. So now I'm just making sure the smaller pieces I have all in the correct spot, so I can move on to these colorful instructions, you know, and keep going. And of course, our channel is called Brick Therapy, so I like building just in general. And it looks like I'm adding to the driveway for where the entrance is for the fire truck. All right, so I got some more plate pieces to throw together here. Gotta kind of use my table well here. And now this set is a knockoff version, right? So it's not the original Lego version. When we got back into Lego, you know, part of the fun is seeing how many different Lego sets are out there, but also part of the idea of collecting Lego is to do it conservatively, so not, you know, spend all your money. So anyway, I found this set as a knockoff set, but it's looking pretty good. So Sandy, building up the Winter Village Fire Station. Ivan says, hi everyone, unfortunately I didn't buy the Lego UCS Death Star. Oh, that's right, Ivan, yesterday, right? Were you supposed to get it on the 11th? But I have another alternative, the Lego UCS Venator. So now it's down to those two choices of the late birthday present, the Lego Death Star. So Ivan, it's still a possibility, but you were thinking maybe the Venator. Interesting. Quite a difference in price there, my friend. So if the budget is already capped at 1,000 or maybe a little more than that, you know, obviously because the tax part, then, you know, if you got the Venator, you'd still have, geez, a few $100s left to get another Lego set. So I don't know if those are your options. It's either one set or the other, Ivan, but very cool. And you know what? If you don't get either set, that's fine. Just enjoy building and keep us posted, Ivan. Be excited to hear whatever you end up with. And who knows what will come in the new year. I think there's been some smaller Star Wars sets talked about and mentioned that are gonna be released in January. And look like pretty much smaller themed, smaller looking you know, battle pack size sets. So actually, let me look up a few because now I'm curious. So Romy says, I'm planning the Death Star on the 50th anniversary, celebrating A New Hope in 2027. Romy Bricks also on his list of wanted sets, getting the UCS Death Star maybe within the year. Very cool. You know, we talked about that set quite extensively in our earlier live streams during release day, or even before that, between September and October. Lots of early speculation as to what that set would look like and then what it resulted in. So you guys will have to tell me what that build is like when you eventually get that set, or one of the other UCS sets. Those are pretty sweet. Odele says, "Hey, castle therapy." Psh, no castles today, Odele. We're talking Winter Village Fire Station. So Winter Village Fire Station therapy, I guess. So I was just gonna look up the new sets for 2026. I know I saw some Star Wars ones that were announced. Of course, going through some of these, I am looking forward to that Ninjago set, the 4 Weapons Blacksmith, the 15th anniversary one. And yeah, there's some mid-scale size. Now they're going to do a mid-scale size AT-AT. And maybe, Ivan, if all else fails, you could get the mid-scale size Venator, right? They're doing a midi-scale ship of the Venator. $80. Although I'm sure, or I would assume, that might go on sale through some other retail possibilities, you know, like Amazon or something. And then, yeah, in terms of modulars, the Shopping Street's coming out January 1st, $250. So those are kind of more the pricey ones. Some more Marvel sets and some art sets. But yeah, I've seen some smaller Star Wars ones coming out. I don't know how you categorize them. Kind of like battle pack size sets. So lots of things. Ivan was hanging out at Adshot stream today, says Roaming Bricks. Ah, very cool. Let's see here. Roaming, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in to me. Appreciate you. Yeah, you guys are great. Thanks for keeping our community alive. All right, we need one more like to get 10 likes, and we're in the double digits of likes. So right now, building up the Winter Village Fire Station, set 10263. And of course, I always hit a snag trying to find the right color, smaller tile pieces, and sometimes they get spread out everywhere. And these are, you know, some of these pieces, the hard part with these, I don't know if it's like this for all sets, but especially with these seasonal sets, like there's some colored tiles that, you know, I just don't have an abundance of, so it's sometimes hard. We do have quite a lot of extra Lego pieces that I can't say they've been, oh gosh, I don't know how to say it. Like, some have just been old Lego sets or pieces that we've been given. A few of those classic Lego builds, or not builds, like those, you know, you can buy those classic Lego bins or tubs of just Lego. And oh my gosh, it's so hard to see this. I'm gonna have to look up the instructions. I can't tell what kind of tile to put here with a dark blue color. Give me some building instructions so I can zoom in. But yeah, I don't know how you guys acquire. There's sometimes, you know, well, not sometimes. When you start adding to your Lego collection, you will end up with lots of extra pieces, and then of course older sets come and go. But then the other part is like those classic tubs where you can just buy like a bin of Legos, and then the only thing really those are made up of are, you know, you get a variety of different shapes and types of Lego pieces and plates, and then and different colors. So it's fun to have those, but you know, they don't belong to any particular set. So when you're missing a certain tiled piece or something like it, then it's kind of advantageous to have those, because you might be able to fill in where you were missing pieces from before. Ah, here we go. I don't know if you guys use it. Sometimes these PDF instructions are a lot easier to refer to, especially when you get to these darker blue, dark gray, or black tiles. Like, I can't see the contours or the lines. I need like a high-powered flashlight to determine which plate to put in there. Which is it? One of the smooth plates, or is it one with actual stud pieces or not? And so then when you build with evening light, it gets even harder. But because it's brick therapy, you just enjoy the whole deal. And then search and hunt for the right pieces as I talk with you guys on the live stream, or just watch your conversations. You guys have some nice side conversations going as well. So yeah, so plans for 2026. I you know, that Ninjago blacksmith set, I might take it easy because I still am in the mode of saving up for like 1 or 2 big sets. A UCS set I've been talking about for the longest is kind of like you. I've been trying to figure out what UCS set to get, but I'm not sure. So Ivan says, my dad said he'll check out the Lego website and see which one you want. Ooh, what are you getting there, Ivan? Ivan looking for Christmas gifts, maybe. So Ivan, I was just saying, yeah, my thing is I would like to get a UCS set as well. The UCS Millennium Falcon seems to be the marquee, right? Thanks for the 10 likes, you guys. Perfect. We've hit the double digits. I feel like it's always a legit live stream for a modest channel like this one to get double digits of anything, and not take for granted the fact that you guys are joining me, giving up your time to be on the live stream. So I really appreciate that. Thanks for being here on your Friday, or late Friday evening, I guess you could say, or perhaps early Saturday, depending on what part of the world you catch this live stream on. So if you like Lego and you like talking about Lego, please join in the live stream and watch and help as we build up this Winter Village fire station. And hit a bit of a snag. I'm trying to remember if I had to substitute in a piece or two here. There were parts or sections I know when I first built up this set, it was missing a couple pieces, and so I can't remember if I substituted in maybe a couple different color bricks, especially if it's like a floor plate type of piece where it doesn't matter, it'll get covered up. But I can't seem to find one specific piece. So all right, I'm gonna build around it. Maybe if it's a floor piece, maybe it'll show up later. So, and then, you know, be optimistic that I'll find it later. So January set's coming out. It might, I don't know. It's like you kind of, the backlog, there's the backlog of sets you have that you haven't built up yet, and then there's the backlog of a wish list that will you ever get to. If not, that's okay. You know, save your money to get the sets you really want. Roaming Brick says, I'm going for the Venator as well as the AT mid-scale, as I love those sets. They look great. I'm wondering, Roaming Bricks, if you hold off for a little while, if those will go on sale, like the mid-scale size Millennium Falcon that went on, that price drop. Not with Lego, but all the other vendors. Although I guess it depends, depending on where you are in the world, if you get the same advantages of sale prices. I think Amazon's probably the most accessible for people in other countries. Ivan says, I might lean towards the UCS Death Star. That could be the winner for me. Ivan, if you have the option between the Venator and the Death Star, I would definitely go with the bigger set. The Venator only gets 2 minifigures. I mean, Captain Rex seemed like that would be a great minifigure to add to your collection. And then the pilot, he would be exclusive, but not Captain Rex anymore, since there's that really small, you know, $9 set you can get. the ship itself looks pretty amazing. But then, you think about the UCS Death Star and all the different type of exclusive minifigures in there, plus the build itself, and it's honestly it's a pretty cool set to have. It's made for display, right? It will go on the shelf, and you can see all the different diorama parts of it. I know there's been some critics of it, but I think it looks pretty cool in that sense. It's growing on me. It's growing on me, and that's the way it should be. There should not be the FOMO of getting $1,000 set right away. Something, if you can appreciate it over time. The one thing you miss out on, obviously, is the gift with purchase that it came with. But I think that gift with purchase was so mediocre. There's no exclusive figures that came with it. Granted, if you're a series collector, you want the original gift with purchase plus the box that it comes in and all that stuff. But that's just a box. I think the ship itself can be parted out, and you could just build your own version of that mini TIE fighter, and it's literally so small. And I think that I think others have said this. This one, the mid-scale size Millennium Falcon, where is it? There it is. That can also fit in that hangar bay of the UCS Death Star. So if you're into kind of a different display items or scenarios to show as a diorama, then I think that would be a fun addition you could put in your Death Star. So anyway, Ivan, I think that would be the winner for me as well. Or Odelay, that would be the winner for me as well. Oh no, Ivan, yeah, that'd be the winner for me as well. Odelay says, I'm buying the Old Town from Ninjago over the Creel House. Yes, that 2026 set, the Ninjago set, looks so cool. The Creel House is interesting. Like, it's got that Technic effect. Like, it looks like a normal house, and then you pull the side, then it looks dilapidated and kind of like a scary haunted house. So that's an interesting build. I'm not a fan of the show, so that set, I'll just, it's cool at the Lego store or something, but I'm not getting that one. Ivan says it's already Saturday for me, 12:10 a.m. All right, Ivan, no worries, man. Good day. Drop Bear Bricks. Psh, welcome. Glad to have you here. If you are a fan of Lego, you like Lego, thanks for joining in the chat. Leave a like and join our channel. Subscribe if you are into Lego, you like talking about Lego. We get a cool Lego community here, which I'm sure you've seen some of the other names up here in different places. Roaming Bricks, to name a few. And just thanks. Drop Bear Bricks, I assume by your name you're also a Lego fan. And love that we could connect through the live stream here. So thanks for being here. Talking about 2026 sets or sets, in our wish list that we'd like to add. And you can't go wrong with a UCS set. I guess the only thing that can go wrong is the fact that you're losing a lot of income to try and acquire it. But, saving up for it and appreciating that purchase even more when you do get it, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm with you guys on getting the UCS Death Star. The Venator looks cool. In fact, if there was unlimited funds, I would love to have several of those UCS scale size sets. I think my top 3 would be the Millennium Falcon, the Titanic, which I don't know if you consider that UCS set, but it's definitely in the realm of UCS, like just Ultimate Collector Series. And then yeah, the Venator, the Death Star. I'm liking it even more the more I see it. I have a hunch. Well, I don't know. Maybe a theory that they might put another gift with purchase with that in the spring, right? So when May the 4th arrives and Lego's promoting all its Star Wars sets, and it does doesn't it do like a few days build up during that week going into May 4th? They might do, I would think, they might do another fun gift with purchase to get people to want to buy that set, the UCS Death Star. Roaming Brick says it's 10:44 in the morning here. Roaming Bricks is cruising. Nothing wrong. That's a good time. That's a good time to have. Nice, easy going Saturday morning there. Well, the UCS Death Star has 36 minifigures and 50 stickers, so I could go for it. and it would keep me busy longer. It's true, Ivan. The build would be amazing. Isn't it more than that? Isn't it more than 36 minifigures? I thought it was like closer to 40. I mean, that's close to 40, but like 38 or something like that. Odelay says, the thing is, if I'm going to spend that much money on a set, it's got to be Ninjago. Oh, wow. Ninjago set. Gosh, I don't think there is any Ninjago set close to the $1,000. Now, they did announce another Ninjago set, didn't they? Oh, what did it look like? It was something that kind of is a tribute to the entire Ninjago theme itself. It looked like a huge build. And let me see if I can find it. I mean, it was pretty elaborate. Oh, what was it called? Oh, there it is. Oh no, but it's like a giant village type build. Oh, how would you describe it? I know you guys know what is it? I don't want to find a video on it. I just want to see a picture of it. So maybe if I do 2026, what is it called? Oh, because Ninjago's celebrating the 15th anniversary with Big Wave sets, focusing on nostalgia, the classic ZX Ninja. There's the blacksmith one, but gosh, there's this huge set that's coming out. Oh, maybe you guys will find it for me. What is it called? They're coming out with the ninja character display one. So you get all the ninjas. Jay, Kai, Lloyd, Nia, is that her name? Let's see. Kai, Zane, Cole, that's a Cole, Jay, Lloyd, Master Wu, Samurai X, and all with their own weapon accessories. So it's kind of like a cool little mini temple door entrance build with all the ninjas. $45. So yeah, a lot of cool sets, but there's like a really big one that's coming out. Now I can't find it. Maybe you guys can find it. Drop Bear Bricks says, I was 3 girls in bricks, but changed in case of new social media laws. Ah, very good. Drop Bear Bricks. Got it. Yes, I remember the other name. I won't be using my channel to play the kids' videos in case Google YouTube thinks I'm underage or under 16. Got it. Drop Bear Bricks. Got to edit the name. Glad you're back, and now we know. Now we know. Ivan says, I could also pair my Lego UCS Millennium Falcon with the UCS Death Star. Ivan, dreaming big. I love it. Have a good night, everyone. Yes. Ivan will let us know the final decision. What a fun decision that is. I would say, Ivan, go big, man. Get the UCS Death Star. Odelay says, character display is a day one purchase for this Ninja Cowboy. Yeah, I didn't even know that existed, Odelay, and then I looked up new Ninjago sets, and that's the first thing I saw. That looks really cool. $45 character display of all the ninjas. And now it's bugging me big time. I want to find that one. The Temple Bounty Ship, also, that looks cool. I know that was already released, I think, this year. The Temple Bounty Ship. I have the Destiny's Bounty Ship, and that's probably one of my second. I don't know. There's the Ninjago sets that came out with the Ninjago the movie set is our movie. The Ninjago city set line are just so cool. Oh, here it is. The Old Town. Oh, okay. The name's not as exciting as I thought. The Old Town 15th anniversary. $300 Ninjago set, but oh my goodness. You get 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, looks like 25. Holy cow. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. I better count it regularly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 minifigures. Whoa. Dude, Ninjago, I think, is the way to go when it comes to pretty much all things. You get big sets, you can get mini battle pack size sets, and just, you know, you're not spending crazy amounts like you would with Star Wars sets. So I don't know if Ninjago could ever come up with the equivalent. Ninjago deserves an equivalent UCS size scale set. I don't know what it would be. Maybe a UCS scale size, or maybe Ninjago Village, like Ninjago Village kind of like the Harry Potter one. Gosh, that would be cool. I don't know how much that would all be. So very cool. Character displays, a day one purchase. Odele says, I think that or the blacksmith set. That's where I might go with that. But yeah, so fun. Odele, I love what Lego's doing with the Ninjago sets. Can't complain about that. All right, so I'm adding some more. Looks like this is the section of the Winter Village Fire Station where the snowman gets added to the build, or at least the location where he gets added to the build. And let's have a little more recognizability to the build here as I add the floor plate sections, get an idea of the what did I do wrong here? Oh, get an idea of the footprint of this set. So in case you just joined, I'm building up the Creator set from long ago. There were quite a few, but this one here, the Winter Village Vintage Fire Station Christmas holiday set. You know, the ones that they come out with seasonally or annually. Of course, you can buy these sets any time of the year. Sometimes you get a better deal if you're able to catch a sale or two for these sets, which is always cool. But right now, we have a few of them, and I don't need to collect too many of these things. So I think we've got like 4 of these type of Christmas builds, and they look great. They're fun, and definitely don't need to collect them all. That train set one came out this year. It looks cool, but now you can tell Lego prices have hit or increased on those as well. I think that one's $130. Romy Brick says, I never had any big or mid-scale Ninjago sets. Oh, Romy Bricks, if you do, you will want more. So maybe it's a safe thing not to. You know what though, Romy Bricks? The blacksmith set that's coming out, that one looks like a good kind of a mid-scale size, modest looking, but quite a lot of detail to it. That might be a good set to get. I don't know how Lego sales are where you are in your part of the world, but to me that might be a good option. Getting that one, the blacksmith set, if that one interests you at all, because that one, to me, that one goes back to kind of the Ninjago look of when I got Ninjago City. So I would, if I were to say, maybe hold out and get that one. They've got tons of the mech builds, the giant mech builds and but I like those structural ones, where you get more of the like this, like the modulars, like where the ninjas actually live and hang out. And I'll have to bring out some more of those of our collection. There's some fun ones that were nowhere near the $100 range and just as good. I think Ninjago is probably one of the best deals when it comes to Lego. Roaming, I think it would be cool if you did more Ninjago. Who is your favorite ninja? I think Master Lloyd and Jay are cool Ninjago characters. Romy Bricks, I'm with you on that one. Jay is my favorite. My son would probably agree with you for Lloyd, or maybe Kai. The green or the red ninjas. Always good. I don't know who the leader is. Is there a clear leader for those guys? I want to say Kai is, but I'm not up on the Ninjago lore. But in terms of collecting the sets, second to none, man. I love the Ninjago sets. They're so fun to build. Like I said, Ninjago City, the original, is my fave of faves. I cannot say how much I love that set. I need to rebuild that one here. I know, I think a couple people have asked, like, what Ninjago, or not what, but would I build Ninjago in one of the live streams? I think attempt to revisit the Ninjago City, the one I have talked about much. I've had it back here behind us when we did the summer live streams. I'll have to bring it back out so I can rebuild that one and kind of show it off. Just a great set. All the mini builds inside. There's just some fun features. There's one where there's like a oven, like a sushi restaurant type thing, and there's a conveyor belt that you can move. There's an elevator, and there's a fun feature where you have the oven, and then you Technic build. You turn it one way, and then it has a crab, and then you turn it another way, and then it changes color. It's a cooked crab, like it's two different pieces, but it flips around and has that cool element to it. Oh gosh, there's like an ATM machine or a vending machine that you can move and operate, and little sodas come out, or little dollar bills or $100 bills or Lego bills come out. So just a lot of fun play features to it, as well as the display. The comic book shop, and there's so many different levels. There's like 4 or 5 levels to it. So gosh, if you're a kid, that's like probably one of the dream play sets, I would assume. Odelay says, my favorite would be telling roaming Lego. My favorite would be Lloyd and Zane. Zane's pretty cool. The leader is Master Wu. Oh, that makes sense. Master Wu, forgot about him. Yes, another cool one. He's got the white beard and everything. Romy Bricks. I am more into Star Wars. Roaming Bricks redirects the discussion back to Star Wars. You got some expensive taste there, Roaming Bricks. It's as we said, with any of these, at least being a grown-up collector of Lego, my taste for Lego is on the high end. I just love building these big sets, and I haven't built a UCS set before, so maybe this year, maybe 2026, we'll be able to do that. I don't know. It'll be exciting to show you guys, and show, like, gosh, building a UCS set on a live stream, that will take a long time. I'll need my son to join me on that one, my younger son, because that guy, he built up the Baradur. He did most of that build in it. He did it fast. Of course, he was pretty focused, laser beam focused, while I was kind of doing all the talking on the live stream. So that was great teamwork. Chris Vick, have a good weekend, Chris Vick. Thank you, sir. Leave a like as you join and say hello. Romy Brick says, fan followers from 1977, A New Hope getting released, and the big bang begins. Ooh! Romy Bricks, what are we saying here? A New Hope getting released. Oh, yeah. I think, is there talk, Romy Bricks? Speaking of Star Wars, just the movies. Kind of like Lord of the Rings. I think I've heard, I don't know if they're rumors, but reports of both those trilogies being released out into the movies again. So I don't know if that's worldwide or what, but because obviously Hollywood doesn't really make good movies anymore, I could see why they would want to get people back into the theaters and release the classics, which it would be cool to see both of those on the big screen again. So we'll see what happens. That would be really interesting to see if those two trilogies come out. That would definitely play in well to some more sets, I would think, being out there or just encouraging people to buy it. Like, especially if the New Hope set comes out again. Oh my goodness. That'll be Star Wars sets written all over it. Giant commercial for buying Star Wars sets. People are gonna want, I would think, especially Lego fans, if they're both, or just serious Star Wars fans who get reinvigorated by those movies being out again. That might encourage some definite Lego purchases for maybe some of those big sets. And I definitely would. I would be encouraged myself. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard. Like the Millennium Falcon is only going to be out, I would assume, one more year. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Is that UCS going to be out much longer? So then that begs the question, if I have other list or other wishes on my Lego wish list. 2026, you will buy Lego Titanic, says Chris Vick. That would be fun. That would be fun, Chris Vick. Yeah, again, so many questions. I got trailing thoughts as I think through all these things, meaning I don't know what to say, man. I do not know what to say. It's like, it's just so much to think about. I've said this before, the Titanic set is great. It's got like the it's got the UCS scale size to it, and an appeal, like a giant Lego set. And that build looks so great. I wouldn't mind, or that's one of those sets I don't mind if there's no minifigures to go with it, because it's just a favorite in terms of those large scale sets. It's been out a while. The Venator's been out a while, so you know those sets must be doing well. Lego should make a Top Gun movie set. Whoa, Chris Vick, that would be super popular as well. I don't think Lego will though, right? I think that was, it's a strange policy. They don't want to be do anything that is related to the real life military and war related themes, even though Star Wars has tons of basically military themed sets, even though they're fictional, and Marvel as well. I mean, Marvel's pretty close to the real thing. Obviously Marvel sets are based on real life places and countries, and the helicarrier is a giant attack helicopter aircraft carrier. So, but yeah, a Top Gun set. Anyway, the Top Gun set would be pretty sweet. Any of these vintage movie sets that Lego keeps putting out there, it's gonna be, I would say, probably a good bet. People would love having those sets. I mean, they've already done Back to the Future. There's going to be that new Back to the Future set coming out. The smaller Mandalorian, so that Speed Champions one, which, definitely more affordable. And, oh gosh, what else? I was trying to see, just making sure I'm getting the right pieces there. I realize I skipped a step and don't want to get anything incorrect. There's some nuances to this here. But yeah, Back to the Future, Goonies. I want to say Pirates of the Caribbean, but that's a little more recent than these 80s movies. But yeah, Top Gun, you get a Maverick minifigure. How cool would that be? If you know anything about the Top Gun storyline. And of course, the newer movie that came out a few years ago. So they could definitely come up with some cool minifigs. I don't know about builds though. What would they do? I guess the aircrafts themselves, a Lego aircraft carrier. That would be pretty much a UCS. I mean, if they've done the starter store, it's kind of the same idea, just a bunch of gray pieces. But yeah, I think there would be some definite popularity in those type of builds. All right, slowly. We have a structure of a fire station coming together. So now you can see the entrance to where the fire truck goes. So let me hold this so it doesn't fall apart, right? So the fire truck's actually going to park behind here, and then these doors will clip in to the sides. And again, just a lot of fun elements as I kind of revisit all this. These doors and just the overall look and color scheme of this build. You can kind of see it now all displayed here. looking great, and then the minifigures themselves. I can't get enough of how fun these guys look with their, you know, also vintage looking uniforms. You got the white gloves on some of these guys, and the cool gold helmet. The guy's got his nice mutton chop beard, mustache there. So, or sideburns. I'm trying to think of the right term. But yeah, just a fun build as we talk through all these other themes. Rummy Brick says, yeah, Star Wars is fiction. So that's why they can do that, exactly, versus the Top Gun, which would be more based on real-life military themes. Lego Movie, Good Burger restaurant set, maybe. Romy Brick says, do you remember Archie's comics? Yes, Romy Bricks, that was a good one. It would be fun to see Pop's Soda House set with Archie, Veronica, Betty, Jughead minifigures. Very cool. You know, Romy Bricks, you might have to do that one. You might have to turn that into a Lego Ideas. You think you could pull that off? I always wonder where those guys that do, especially the Bricklink designers program, where they, I guess they custom order. I guess you can do that. You can kind of custom order certain designs, and you know, come up with the minifigures you want to do those type of builds. But yeah, I agree. That would be cool. Archie's. And all right, gotta look carefully here. And other themes, like since Lego, especially with a lot of these idea sets, coming up with several nostalgia-based type builds, that they're gonna, you know, they're definitely gonna appeal to a lot of fans, a lot of Lego fans for these sets. But how much can you do? I guess if you're a Lego collector, like, oh, that was another one that came to mind. Yeah, if you're a Lego collector, you're definitely going to be at least enticed. Like then this, I don't know if you guys remember the Sesame Street set. That came out a few years back as well. Archie Bunker from All in the Family. Yes, Chris Vig, now we're talking. Three's Company, Gilligan's Island. Gosh. If you know old school TV shows from the U.S., Beverly Hillbillies, what else? Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch house. I'm wondering. You know, now that I say that, I'm sure someone has come up with that one. That has to be a possible. Someone must have already come up with that one. Brady Bunch. I think that would be a winner. I think that one might get some votes. I think that one might get some 10,000 votes. The Brady Bunch house. You make it the same size as the Home Alone house and create all those minifigures. Would you buy that set? Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know. There's like, at some point it kind of gets ridiculous. How many of these TV movie themed Lego sets? Well, I guess Star Wars is all about a movie in itself, or MCU, but yeah, those would definitely appeal to, I would think, the older Lego collectors. But who knows? All right, okay, I gotta find these two clip. If I found one easily, that means it'll be harder to find the one. No, I found it. Very cool. Yeah, lots of Bricklink designer ideas. Although Bricklink designer program ideas seem to always be a castle set, and I don't know, some kind of random coffee shop, or basically another modular. So I guess, you know, people can vote for those, a variety of different themes, but then it always comes back to the fan votes, or no, not the fan votes, but then what Lego's willing to, like, okay, we'll construct, or we will do these, meaning the ones that Lego wants, the ones that Lego knows for sure will sell, which ends up being always a castle set or something like it, which, you know, that's fair. That is fair. People like it, and they, you know, they tend to sell well. I never got. That's the one thing I've been somewhat interested in those Bricklink designer sets, but I have never wanted to shell out the money for those. Plus, You know, those sets, if you look into it, I just kind of learned this over time. You buy those sets, you know, you have to wait several months before you actually get them because they have to get, I guess they have to get the votes, and they're limited offers, so only so many people can buy the sets, and they're really expensive. Like, I know the modulars and all those other sets are also high priced, but these ones, you know, usually range around $300. So I think maybe those type of sets probably I would assume attract more Lego investors because, you know, the boxes are special. They have the Bricklink designer box and everything. But I don't know. They also haven't really interested me enough where I already have, you know, basically a wanted list, a wish list, like all you guys probably do. You know, you can set up a wish list on the Lego.com website, and wait a minute. Oh yeah, you can set up a wish list on the Lego.com website, and eventually, you know, get the sets that you want, or see how much all the sets you want cost all put together, and you're like, oh my goodness, okay, maybe we'll take it slowly here. But if you add in those, sets, then you realize you are investing quite a lot. You're in for hundreds of dollars, and you know, I don't know. I would assume they would be pretty good play sets. But again, the whole idea of Lego now is doing the adults welcome, and you know, growing their grown-up community. You know, collectors like us, but you know, collectors who really want hundreds of dollars worth of sets to add. Let's see. Roaming Brick says, "Oh, nice, Chris Vick, Dolly Parton Lego set. Let's go." Yes, the Dolly Parton, Three Stooges. Oh, I missed some. Archie Bunker, Sanford and Son, Chris Vick. That's great. A Sanford and Son Lego set. Lego Three Stooges. That would be a fun vintage one for sure. Small Wonder. Forgot about that one. What about Different Strokes? You guys, the Nick at Night guys here. John Powell. Hey, John Powell. Psh, welcome. Haven't seen you in a few days. Yeah, they thought Willy Wonka would work, and they can't give it away. I know. Target totally undercut their price, and it's still, I don't know, maybe it's not available anymore. That's so funny. I looked at that set at first. I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. The minifigures, you know, you got to really like Willy Wonka minifigures, I guess. But then it doesn't fit with any if you're building a Lego city, you know, where would it go? It's not a modular, and it's like a lot of chocolate in the build itself. So yeah, I don't know. If that set goes down to like 75% off, it'd be maybe buy it and part it out or something. You can't invest. It's not an investment set, obviously. Oh, Chris Vick taking it to another level. The Dolly Parton Lego set. Hey, you know, Chris Vick, they got Dollywood out here in the U.S. Or is it Dollywood or Dollywood Land? She's got her own theme park, man. So yeah, you might find a market for that one. I wonder how did the fish tank get sold out and not the Willy Wonka set, says Roaming Bricks. They must have made like 200 of those Roaming Bricks. I don't know. I saw that set at the Lego store, and usually when you see a Lego set built up, it looks fun. It's fun to see all built up and be like, okay, that looks cool. Like the UCS Death Star, when I saw it built up, I'm like, okay, up close that looks like a fun build. But the fish tank, it just looked like, yeah, it looked like, wow, you know, you can build so many cool things with Lego. How fun. No, I'm not going to buy it. You know, $479. I don't know. So maybe they just made a few of them. John Powell says because they didn't make very many. There you go. All the dentists and doctors' offices, the pediatricians' offices, bought them up to put up in their waiting rooms. Don't let selling out trick you into believing something is popular. Just depends on how many they made. That's the thing, John Powell. I saw also talk about sets that look sold out, at least on the Lego website. The Black Pearl, the Captain Jack pirate ship, whatever they call it now. That one has been on back order since release day. I go to the Lego store last Saturday, and there it is on the shelf. Granted, there's only one of them, but I don't understand. I mean, I guess the Lego stores have their own supply, right? But gosh, that means for several months though, they must have had more, and they didn't sell out. So that to say the least, I guess is I don't know, a little suspicious. What do you guys think? So there's that example, and then the gift with purchase I was mentioning, the Goonies set. The gift with purchase was also being offered, which I thought was interesting. The gift with purchase to the Goonies set was also available last weekend at the Lego store. So I don't know. That's interesting. Maybe maybe all the Lego fans that don't live near a Lego store, they're the majority of the customer base. Well, I guess they'd have to be because that obviously covers more territory. But I thought that would be super popular. I didn't think I would see that gift with purchase being offered a month afterward when it was only within a few days. I thought it had sold out. So yeah, good point. Don't let the selling out of sets trick you into think that they're popular. Roman Green, kind of unaware on how much of the fish tanks Lego released. Yes, the Captain Jack Sparrow ship. Yes, what kind of name is that? Just call it the Black Pearl. Sets that are just for 2026 that are looking pretty good. I like that Ninjago blacksmith set. I'm not intrigued by any of the new Star Wars sets. And as a collector, I think I got enough in the backlog now. There's not like a huge wish list that I have, other than, which is probably fine because I have to do some serious budgeting and saving for a UCS set, and hopefully find I don't know, maybe some kind of advantageous way to get one of those UCS sets. I don't know. So the Millennium Falcon would be obviously choice number one. That would be top choice. But gosh, the Titanic, you can only really choose one. There's just so much, and plus the premium of space, where to put your sets and all that. There's just so many different things to think through. A fun dilemma nonetheless, but an expensive one. So you gotta be wise in what you're doing. I'm trying to find one more small plate piece, and this is the hard part. This is a set that's been retired. I've rebuilt and taken apart several times. The Winter Village Fire Station. So if you just joined, thanks for joining and liking. This is what I'm working on, this Winter Village Fire Station. I've made some progress in our awesome, eclectic, and diverse conversation of what to collect next, or what Lego sets we have on our wish list. But okay, now we got kind of the basic structure of the first floor of the fire station, and eventually the cool looking red doors will be added to this archway here, and then the fire truck it barely fits. When I built this set, it barely fits behind the door if you were to have this backed up to something. So yeah, the dimensions are kind of I don't know if measured the best, so it's kind of fun to see. John Powell says, I'm switching to alternative sets. Yeah, John Powell, you had mentioned one. Was it the boxing club or restaurant or something from Lumi Bricks or Fantasy? It looked pretty cool. So I'm checking out those more. And I didn't realize they do. Some of those other alt brands have minifigures of their own. So might have to buy one of those modulars. We'll see. Just to see what they're like. I think the build or the quality of the bricks is just as good. Obviously, they have to be there. They've got some serious competition with Lego. But yeah, that might be that might be something to look into. Because now I'm curious, like, about the quality. What's the quality of their the minifigures that come with those sets? They look, obviously, they have to look different. They kind of got more of a, I don't know what to say it, like a curved, more of a rounded feature to them. They almost look like mini dolls versus minifigures. So they have close enough look to the Lego ones themselves, but yeah, I don't know. I'm always going to be a fan of Lego and the sets they come out with. You just get a lot of nostalgia and joy from it. Building with my kids and collecting it over the years. So that's why we have our brick therapy guy here made out of Lego. So yeah, that's where I am on those things. All right, I'm gonna sign off and continue this build with you guys. Hopefully sometime tomorrow. I need a block of time to do that. John Powell says, just built the Fantasy Motorcycle Restaurant. And oh, that's the one I think you mentioned. And the Insoon Western Saloon. Lego still has a patent on the minifigs. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, anyway, they have, I've seen these other sets have, or these other brands have a version of a minifigure. So, but oh yeah, so I guess they could eventually do, like you're saying, they could eventually build the similar type of minifigure like these guys. Got it. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Friday. And thanks for joining me on this live stream. Happy Friday and happy weekend coming up. Have a good one.